Alright, Shexbond, let's get to your question. Explain my vision when I'm leading, when I'm chasing. So, when I'm coming to the outside, my eyes are on the outside. Here I'm looking at the outside until I'm sure I'm not going to go off, and then I'm switching to looking at the inside, and then I switch back to the outside as soon as I clear that inside apex. Here I'm looking at the inside apex, and I angle stalled it, so it's a moot point. Inside apex, picked up to the outside, looking up and around, finding the inside apex now, which is right here. Back to this inside apex, cleared. Outside apex, touched it. Outside line, didn't actually get out to it, but you look where you want to go. The key thing is you look where you want to go. And this applies to drifting or to grip. So I'll just call out the things I'm trying to hit. Outside curbing, got it, overshot it, whatever. Oof, I got in somebody's way, my bad, I think that was lame. So we'll say inside apex, got it, mid-course, inside apex, top of the hill, got it, inside apex, missed it, outside apex, got it, outside line, got it, outside edge, got it, outside edge again, got it, up to third. Now I'm kind of looking at the outside apex here, got it, to the inside, overshot it a bit, but like that's what I'm using to determine where the car is on the track. Inside apex, nailed it, to the outside, running on it right now, near enough to the inside. Looking up the hill to the inside, I'm looking right there, from way back down at sort of the mid part of the hill. To the outside, wheels are on it. This outside line, wheels are on it. That outside line, wheels are on it. This little blue rumble strip, and now the outside rumble strip. If you pick up your vision too late, you may find that the car is shooting off track because you weren't looking far enough ahead. So it's a struggle between understanding where your car is now, looking ahead to where you want to go, and using the difference between those two and what's happening to figure out, am I coming up wide? Am I going to push into the grass? Am I coming up way too shallow and I'm going to eat the inside curbing? Or am I in the middle of the track somewhere? And depending on which of those you are, you can push harder, wait to transition later, or get out of throttle, get on the brake and the emergency brake if you're needing to really shut down and shed some speed. The better that you understand where the car is and where the car is going, and the farther ahead you can look while still like projecting in your mind the line the car is supposed to take, the more of an accurate driver you will be, the more effortless your drifting will be, the less you have to use the e-brake as a lead driver. So that is what I look through and like visually what I'm targeting as I'm going through attacking the course in the lead position. Now let's talk about chase. Upon solid solo running, what I just demonstrated and described, tandem should be built. So if you can't do what I just said, tandem may not be where you want to look to yet, because I think tandem is very distracting and it keeps you from learning that first step. In a nutshell, front tire, or if I'm really close in real life, I look at the driver's hands. It's kind of a weird thing I just like to do. I want to follow Painful though. He's good. Alright, so your goal as a tandem chase driver is to know where your car is in relation to the track. You don't have to like where it is, you just have to know so that you don't like follow the lead car into a guardrail or something. So basically you're doing what I described for how you look ahead and analyze the course as a solo driver. And then you're also looking at the lead car, and you're kind of trying to do the same for them. You're trying to go, okay, based on where he is, what he's doing, whether he's accelerating, whether he's off-throttle coasting, whether he's e-brake dragging, what kind of steering angle he's using, which you can see by looking at the front tires. What is he going to do next? Where is he going to be? predicting both of those things. Right now, based on what I'm seeing the lead car do, where is he going to be? And that tells me on the short term where I can be. Well, we both overshot because I was not following that first rule that I talked about. I would have known not to follow him that fast if I had been paying attention. So here, I'm watching that inside wheel. But you can't watch just the inside wheel because you also have to watch the track. A lot of times, if you have a good driver that meshes well with you, which I do decently with Painful here, knowing where he is on the track and knowing where you are on the track, you can basically tell where they're going to go. If you have a driver that's not consistent or that you can't predict for, that's a whole nother problem. Oh, that was baller. Yes! Did not get caught out by that just about backwards entry. Managed to follow him right into it. That was sick. So at this point, my only goal is to figure out, I forgot to shift up to third. My only goal is to figure out when is he going to transition and transition at the same time. I don't know if I'll be able to demonstrate that much better on this particular track, but that gives you the gist. Nebular. Sometimes I aim for the rear panel, but after a couple lengths I end up on the lead car's front tire. So you're saying that you end up wanting to do this, but what you end up doing is like climbing until you're like starting to pass the lead car. I used to struggle with that a lot, and really sim drifting is pretty much where I got over doing that. As far as climbing, kind of like climbing up the inside of the lead car until you're almost passing them, that has everything to do with your transition timing. Now granted, you can't just change your transition timing for the heck of it. Like there are times where you can't transition any earlier or later because the car just won't go there. But if you were to be able to rewind time like a half a second, whatever you did then is the reason the car can't go there. So it kind of all comes back to like predicting the lead car's activities. Shax, yeah, my pleasure to share and help. I hope that gives you some good tips to work on. Started learning to drift. The first thing you should learn, Chase Casserole, is probably going to be just balancing the car. Just balancing the car, man. Meaning being able to transition from drifting in a circle and to the left to drifting in a circle to the right, and then the transition part, which is changing directions, staying in drift, doing like a figure eight or any other shape really.